White tears through Lancashire with 5 for 14. When Dane Villas lost the toss at the start of day 1, Lancashire may have been dreading what was to come, but their attack, led by 4 debut wickets from Washington's Sundar, made sure that Northamptonshire couldn't really get going. They ended the day on 218 for 7. And with the conditions much kinder to the fielding side at the start of day 2, Lancashire quickly started to push the innings towards its conclusion. Kerrigan, outcaught by a sprawling Rob Jones, was bumper too much for him to handle. It was soon 9, McManus only able to add 2 to his overnight total, caught in the deep by Keaton Jennings to give Washington Sundar his maiden Lancashire fifer. Wood finished it off, his Yorker inch perfect to bowl White for 5 and see Northamptonshire bowled out for 235. It was a performance with the ball that Lancashire should be proud of. Despite the majority of the innings being played in sweltering conditions, they'd prevented the hosts from really kicking on, led by Sundar with 5 for 76 on debut. Keogh and McManus's 50s were highlights for the hosts. But the early stages of Lancashire's innings were worrying. Less than 2 overs in, Wells went LBW to White to one that jagged in dramatically off the surface. Jennings and Bohannon stabilised the innings, the difficult start dealt with as they made their way past 50, but that's where they would be separated. Jennings out-prodding at Kerrigan's ball, pouched by Vasconcelos in the slips, which left the visitors 54 for 2 at lunch. They were trailing by 181. They'd only added 1 to the score when Croft was trapped in front by the impressive Jack White for 3, and Jones would follow soon after, White with some movement off the pitch to bowl the number 5 for 6. Bohannon tried to counter-attack, launching Kerrigan for a maximum, but even he wouldn't be able to push on. His 31 the top score of the innings when he was trapped in front for White's 4th. And he didn't have to wait long for his 5th. Sundar LBW for 2. White's figures now 5 for 12. Dane Villas was joined by Luke Wood. The captain needed to try and rescue his side, and the pair slowed down, tiptoeing their way to the 100, brought up by Wood with 3 off the bowling of Taylor. Villas couldn't save them though, out-caught behind to Taylor with the score 110, and Wood was soon following in his captain's footsteps. Sanderson found the edge, McManus took the catch, and Lancs were down to their final 2 wickets. It was all falling apart. Bailey out-caught by Taylor off the spin of Rob Keogh. The deficit was higher than the total. Matt Parkinson joined Will Williams and at the very least took them beyond the halfway mark in their failing hunt for parity. He'd fall for 10, LBW to Keogh, Lancashire all out for 132. The hosts would enjoy a lead of 103 at the start of their second innings. That was largely thanks to Jack White's sensational spell with the ball. He finished with 5 for 14 from 13 overs, with an economy just a shade over 1. Only 4 batters had made double-figure contributions. Bohannon's 31, the top score. Lancashire needed quick wickets to stay in the game, and they got just what they wanted. Vasconcelos out 4 overs in, caught by sub-fielder Lavelle off the bowling of Williams. It was an opportunity for them, but with the score up to 25 for 1, bad light forced both sides off, and they wouldn't return to the middle. The start with the ball was exactly what Lancs needed to keep their hopes of victory alive, but to be in with a real chance, they need to skittle Northamptonshire for a pretty low total. The hosts are in control, and day 3 will be pivotal.